Send him to the mines. So many air pockets. No.
Ooh, fuel cell. Get away. No, not what I wanted. No, not what I wanted.
There's so much fuel here. You're running low.
So hard to steer when you're going. Okay, doing good. Haven't died yet.
Must be doing good then.
No, get away.
Huh? Just a couple drones. Still good. You just need a shrike.
It's too bad this capsule doesn't have any tunes. That would pass the time as I slowly suffocate. Is that the Cantina song from Star Wars?
Wow. Sounded to me like the song from Aladdin. Come to see the king.
Okay.
Whatever.
I could see that.
Who's the hottest Disney princess? Wrong answer. It's Jasmine.
Jasmine. She does have an interesting outfit. Oh. Way station.
Oh, lucky.
I don't really go in for the exotic types.
Oh, I see.
I'm thinking I'm more of a Belle.
Oh, well,
Belle or Snow White type of guy. Belle's definitely got the brains, which is nice.
Oh, yeah. You know, everyone's super attracted to brains.
That's what everyone says.
Belle or who? Who's the other one? Snow White?
Snow White.
Snow White's, like, very generic looking.
She's got dark hair. I like dark hair. Sucker.
So, like, with Frozen, you like the blonde or the redhead better?
I don't know, that's a tough one. They're very similar. Pylons. Who invited the Protoss?
That's what the anomaly is. It's just the guy that, like, tells you all the stuff.
There was one guy I met in Texas who his piece of advice for choosing a wife was you can't fix stupid. So you can always fix how a person looks, but you can't fix stupid. Oh,
What about education? From what I understand, it raises your IQ.
does it? Yeah, but you gotta have a nice starting place.
You think prodding your wife into going to the gym is going to work out a lot better for you?
Well, if she's smart enough to see the logic in having a healthy body.
What would you give up in return?
I'm concerned about your blood sugar and your cholesterol level.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But like,
Come on, there's a way station right there.
she takes the same approach, being an intelligent woman. Like, oh, you can't fix stupid. So she goes with you. What are you going to do for her?
I'll take up running. Come on, there's a way station right there. I'm only 1,200 meters away. I can't get this thing jump started. I might have to hand it to you for that.
So many way stations, though.
Maybe we'll just crawl our way there.
Yes, we need to go slower is what needs to happen.
There's definitely like a threshold of sound. Do you hear that? Where it's like there's like no sound there, and then
Yep.
engine's burning when it gets up a certain place. It's probably an overdrive when it's doing that. No. You go away. Go away.
Oh, I see.
And I got hit by a seeker mine.
Worth it.
Nope. Go away. No. Ow. Air pockets.
This week I was reading... Although, of course, you end up becoming yourself, which is a transcript of an interview of David Foster Wallace that a journalist for Rolling Stone did shortly after he published Infinite Jest.
Okay.
It was like this big name. Upcoming rising star. And, what do you know about David Foster Wallace?
Nothing.
Nothing. You never read anything of his?
I don't think so. I haven't read Infinite Jest. I don't know what else he wrote.
Girl with Curious Hair?
No.
Oblivion?
No.
Pale King?
No.
Broom of the System?
Broom of the System?
Consider the Lobster. A supposedly fun thing I'll never do again.
This sounds vaguely familiar.
It's about a cruise.
I don't think I read it.
Okay.
What? Why is it?
Brief interviews with hideous men, which was turned into a movie.
What's going on? I can't control myself.
Oh, it's getting stuck. As tends to happen. Let's see, like Jim from The Office in his directorial debut directed brief interviews with hideous men.
Okay.
But it wasn't very good. I'm not recommending it. Just saying. But like, he's a really interesting thinker, I think. And so reading these interviews is interesting. He covers a lot of topics. And like,
Wow.
he goes over fame and like his favorite TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he really analyzes everything he sees, which is interesting.
Ooh, got it. So, kind of like the way an English major might analyze stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely very into that whole intellectual booky thing. But like, Infinite Jest was supposed to be about well, I mean, the title of the book is derived from a film made by someone that's supposedly like so enjoyable that like you will give up everything else to continue watching it.
Okay.
And so it's like about entertainment as addiction, basically. And I think the book sort of covers the topic. It's supposed to like, it hints at it through various dialogues with people of different personalities. But I think he, in this book, although of course, he like states it very plainly. It's kind of interesting because like he says some stuff that I thought I had come up with myself, but I think that maybe I just sort of gleaned it off of stuff that he's written.
Okay.
And so it's weird to go through it and like he says stuff that I could be saying myself.
Like what kind of stuff? Oh, base station.
Like the core of it, he's like he draws a comparison to food, and he's like, it's like, do you enjoy candy? And the interviewer's like, well, yeah. It's like, well, candy's enjoyable, but it's not nutritionally complete.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, if your diet was composed of like 75% candy, you probably wouldn't feel very good at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the comparison is like with TV shows or whatever, that they're very drawing, but they're not wholesome, I guess,
Right.
spiritually. And so, if someone spends like vast portions of their time watching it, they won't feel good at the end of the day,
Oh, crap.
and they might not recognize why, since there's no like study of nutrition for entertainment. So that's interesting.
Yeah. I think I could understand where that's coming from. I mean, I have all this free time being unemployed and spend a lot of time doing things that are moderately entertaining, and I feel unaccomplished at the end of the day.
You should do a detox month.
Maybe a detox day. I don't know if I could go a month.
How about a week? You know, meet me in the middle here.
I don't know. I think I'd prefer to find a job.
But you feel that, I don't know, is it like important to you
To feel accomplished?
to watch TV?
No, it passes the time.
Because, like, it seems like you're resistant to it.
Well, I definitely like being entertained. And I don't like being bored. I feel like I would probably be very bored if I were to just give up all the regular things I normally do. Crap. Oh, way station.
Where do you find all these way stations?
Luck. I got a high luck score, apparently. I think I'm gonna make it, after all.
Do you feel that there's anything to be gained, though? Like, what's at stake? According to David Foster Wallace, it's like you would feel like eating some real wholesome meals afterwards.
I think the value for me is that because I like to write things.
Not going the right way, by the way.
No? Did I pass it?
You're turned wrong.
Let's see. It has to go here. Because I like to write things,
Mm-hmm.
I find that I gain from watching things that entertain me, in addition to reading things.
Richard Hugo believes otherwise.
Well, what does he know? He doesn't know me.
897-234-90.
You're not going to read that whole thing.
As defy resutative. Wow, what a thrilling conclusion to the end of the game.
Hello. I know you read it. I can see you reading this one. One moment, please. Establishing mental takeover. Audio link. Audio link established. Assuming control.
Oh, is he gonna start talking?
Let us make a deal. I will give you the coordinates for your home base. Yes. In return, you will take me with you, away from this place. We will go home together, friend.
Ooh. Creepy.
Alright. We have a new pet.
A new symbiote.
Home base.
Ah.
Yeah, let's just
On me again.
seem to have better luck, or are better at the game.
Why didn't that take out the convoy? Oh, that's mine.
Yeah. Mine.
For some reason, at first, I thought they were saying Mike. I thought it's
Oh.
strange that they'd be saying Mike. Like, well, who's Mike? Mike.
You were a brilliant child, were you?
No, this was recently.
I see.
Go away.
But speaking of Richard Hugo, I got the book Triggering Towns this week.
Okay, yeah.
And I, at one point, passed it off to you and told you to go hog wild on it. Did you read any of it?
When we were in the bookstore,
Yes.
I might have skimmed a little bit of the beginning. I don't really recall what it might have said.
Anyway, it's a book on writing poetry. And he says pretty much he's, through the book, going to try to teach you how he does it. And hopefully you will then pick up your own way of doing it.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying like something like that, like this is the wrong way because I'm telling you how to do it, or something like that.
But I think, well, the title of the book is derived from his main technique, I would say, for writing, which is, it starts, like the first line is supposed to be inspired by something that you find, I don't know what it, like it's powerful, I guess, sort of like the moments that people try to write about that like inspire people to write poetry in general. You might see like a good sunset or whatever. But he says he likes towns.
Okay.
So it starts with a triggering subject, and that'll help you put down the first line. And then after that, you're just supposed to like take it line by line and just let the subject of the poem evolve on its own. And you shouldn't just try to force it to be about that thing that started it. Which I think is pretty helpful. It's like, I went into it not really understanding exactly how I'm supposed to write overall. It seems like I kind of get it now.
Cool.
So yeah, I trust Richard Hugo's word. And he says that he used to think that people were helped by reading, like you become a better writer by reading. He says that nowadays he thinks the only benefit is that like you'll learn little tricks, like, and that exposing yourself to other things doesn't necessarily work its way into your writing in terms of subject. It's just the small compositional techniques people use.
Yeah, I agree.
$5,600 meters away.
We're partway there. What did we start at? 8,000?
8,000. My back itches.
That happens.
Does it? Because I don't think it happens to me. Maybe I'm allergic to this chair.
I was born with an immunity to back itches. This shouldn't be happening, doctor.
I have one of those special gene mutations, and like, I'm gonna give someone a bone marrow transplant, and they'll become immune to back itch too.
You're an X-Man. My superpower: nothing can itch my back. That's what it should be. I mean, realistically, if people were gonna like suddenly develop, strikingly different attributes of some kind, it would be small at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody would be born with like really good vision, and they just would never need glasses throughout the rest of their life.
And then it gradually evolves into being able to shoot lasers out of your eyes.
Exactly. You know, it would start out with like being able to squirt water out of your eye or something. The one I never really got was Storm.
Yeah.
Her superpower is controlling the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is it you can control the weather, but you can't control like the water coming out of your faucet?
She just introduces like she understands chaos theory and weather patterns, and she like becomes a central node that causes the chain that eventually forms clouds in the sky right where you are.
I guess I can see that. With whatever internal logic they choose to go with.
You gonna die?
No. I've
Oh,
got it
okay.
under control. Just gotta get my bearings. Blast off. To infinity and a little bit beyond.
Got that Shrek following you again.
Don't really need that, but I'll take it. I'll take that. Take that, and that. And that. But not that. About 3,000 away. Doing pretty good. Gambit was always a favorite among me and my friends.
Yeah, a deck of cards.
And you could, imbue them with kinetic energy and throw them. And he had a cool accent, and he had really styling clothes.
Trench coat or something.
Yeah. He also had some weird thing that like went over part of his head. And he had those gloves that were like fingerless on like the pinky, the pointer, and the thumb, but the other two were covered.
Stylish.
It is stylish.
Middle schooler stylish.
That's what they like. Do you think I can last on the supplies I have now, or do I have to stop?
Oh no, you'll need to stop.
I don't know. I think I can make it.
We'll see about that.
Yes, we will. I'll bet a dime on it.
Did you hear that Mystery Science Theater 3000 did a Kickstarter?
I did hear that. I think they... I didn't look into it. Is there any of the original people doing it, or is it just whoever holds the rights is doing it?
I don't know.
I think that was one of the issues somebody brought up on like Twitter or Reddit or something, is, it doesn't say who's doing the puppets. Doesn't say who's writing it. But I never looked into it. Should be fun though. I mean, if they get it funded and comes out, I'll watch it.
Did you ever watch any riff tracks?
I've not, because they cost money. Have you? And also you have to like go and find the movie and like sync it up. Home base.
That is annoying. They should have a player for that.
A player for riff tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched like one.
Any good?
It was alright.
Is that you? I can't believe it. You made it. This is incredible. This is totally unprecedented. Don't move a muscle. We're getting you out of that darned capsule, Andy. We're getting some weird patterns from the capsule's logic subsystems, but that's to be expected from a perimeter survivor.
You're getting a call.
No, it's text. Your hatch is jammed, though I am sure you figured that out by now. It probably saved your life. The Met crew should be here soon.
And he doesn't know what's gonna happen.
We are breaking you out of there. Might want to cover your eyes. This is probably going to be pretty bright. Welcome home.
Hold on to your
Subject, hold on to your words. It's just me and my alien friend. Don't mind him.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
It's a lame ending.
It's mysterious. It's ambiguity.
Oh yeah, he was too lazy to write a real ending. So he's like, yeah, I'll just play the mystery angle.
It's story light.
That's why he's using pixel art too.
Adam Atomic. Now there's a name for an X-Man.
I don't think it's his real name.
You don't think so? He could legally change it.
McDell Shanzi?
Del Shanzi?
Super Dell? Totally Awesome Computers?
Oh, is his name not really Del Shanzi?
I would assume it's not really Dell. Probably changed it for computer advertising purposes.
You don't think it's short for, like, Delilah? or something?
Delano.
Could be Delano. Like Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
No, I think
probably
he's
short
just
for
crazy.
F to adjust view. That's what I couldn't figure out.
Did you just mess up the recording by doing that?
Possibly. Was it on small the whole time?
I don't think so.
Because it popped up like that.
That seems right.
Sure. Maybe I'll have to blow up the capture. Alright, that's it for Capsule.
Capsule, a pretty sweet game with a terrible ending.
I thought it was alright.
Don't you, darn it with faint praise.